Okay, today we're being asked to slow down, to simplify, pay attention to what really matters. Love will feel less about grand gestures, a little bit more about all the little things that make up a relationship. The care we put in our words, the thoughtfulness behind our actions, the way we start to show up for each other in quiet, consistent ways, not in a loud roar. Money and resources ask for the same kind of focus and respect. It's not about chasing what glitters, it's about choosing wisely, aligning with what supports you and supports our growth in real and practical ways moving forward. Now, at the same time, all this is happening, okay, we have these flashes of insight, sudden clarity, breakthroughs, aha moments, epiphanies. We'll see new solutions, fresh perspectives, and deeper truths. Absolutely. That will change the way we move forward. So pay attention to the details, honor every moment today, and be open to the breakthroughs that will arrive when we least expect them. Join me as we gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, and by the end of our time together, it is my intention, it's my hope, sincerely, that you now have the insight, the wisdom, the tools to go forward with a strength, confidence, clarity, and love. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus, September the 18th. September the 18th, September the 19th, 18th was yesterday, September the 19th, 2025. Paul laughs because he says that I use him as a personal calendar because I'll be every day. I'm like, what day is that? What are we doing on Saturday? So, but he kind of enjoys it too. So, anyways, the 19 would give us an energy of, really realizing that we are worthy, that we are deserving. We look back on our accomplishments under this kind of energy, see the strides we've made in order to get to the here and now, to the person we have become, and to start to think about new steps forward, new paths that we want to step into, new growth that we want to invite in, learning experiences, new relationships. 1 plus 9 is a 10, and the 10 energy is about, well, the energy is constantly turning, absolutely. It is a time to start to look at your new tomorrows, what you want to come in and be tangible, to start speaking your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your desires aloud, journal about them, do them in a meditation, but really look at new beginnings, new starts. We are on the verge of a solar eclipse here, people. So this is the time to do it. 1 plus 0 is a 1 energy, and that is the independent, that is the I am, that is the trailblazer. We do not know the definition of failure. It's not even in our vocabulary. Under a 1 energy, we are looking towards successes, victories. And if we look at the daily numerology, it's a 9 plus 1 plus a 9, which gives us a 19. And 19 is a 10 is a 1. So we've gone through all that. Now, before we get into the astrology, oh my gosh, and I have it buried alive already. Oh my gosh, I just got it here. For goodness sakes. Okay. Every day I choose me, 2026. Okay. And it's a 365 journal for self love and growth. Okay. Inside this journal, you'll walk through uh, day by day with reflections and prompts and everything that I did in here is aligned with the sun, the new and full moons, the solstices, the equinoxes, the numerology. Okay. Very, very strong coil. Okay. So that it's not going to rip halfway through the year on you. It's going to stay intact. And it's designed to help you move very intentionally, very courageously, and more lovingly, especially towards yourself as you walk through the year. Okay, I'm going to invite you to slow down, to tune in, to remember that you're already worthy, that you're already deserving, you're already enough. Okay, why this journal? Well, one, because even if you show up and just write one word for the day, but read the affirmation Ponder on the question, but that's all you do. One word. You still told yourself that you were important enough to show up for. Do that for 365 days and watch your world turn around. Okay? We live in a world that constantly pulls us away from ourselves. It's heavy. It's 410 pages. It's heavy to hold up like this, guys. Um, it pulls us away from ourselves. Today's world does do that quite easily, right? Our obligations, the expectations, just the noise around us. Okay, but when we choose ourselves every day, everything else begins to grow. Relationships and health and abundance and confidence and joy. In 2026, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6, it's a 10. 1 plus 0 is a 1. So it's a year of new beginnings. So let this journal be your anchor, you know, a sacred space where you can come home to yourself over and over again. Okay. Anyways, let's look at a couple pages here before I go. Okay. November the 9th is a Scorpio new moon. So we've got a nice write up there for ourselves. Following day, affirmation prompt. Lots of writing space for you. Lots of writing space for you. And I will be raising the price at the end of October, but I want all of you to have it as a personal thank you. So it's priced, so I'm not making a lot right now. I will be making a lot once November and December kick around if the world wants to buy it as well. But for you, no. So, anyways, enough about the blatant plug. Okay, I'll leave the link in the description box. Let's get back to you. Let's jump into the astrology. Sun is in Virgo. Moon is in Virgo. Um, yeah, I think it moves in at like something like 8 a.m. Okay, so Moon will be in Virgo for the majority of the day for all of us. And on top of that, Venus will move into Virgo today. So, with that, the way we love, value, connect, everything begins to shift. And don't think that Venus is just about money or just about romance. It also is about money, our pleasures, the beauty we see in the world. Okay, Virgo reminds us that love doesn't need to be flashy, money doesn't need to be wasted, beauty doesn't need to be loud. Okay, it's the details now that matter. The small, thoughtful gestures, the careful choices we make, the quiet acts of service that, maybe paying it forward or doing something wonderful for somebody, that is what speaks volumes. So the best use of this energy is actually to slow down, to notice the little things, to appreciate what's simple, to invest what seems like it's lasting. Okay, it's not something that you'll be in a corner in 2 weeks collecting dust on you. And let love show up. Okay? And it will show up in very consistent and practical ways if we allow it. Okay? Really, we enter a season where we're starting to create order out of chaos. Okay, we're refining our approach to what money is, what a relationship means to us, and we are definitely going to choose quality over quantity during this time. And the challenge with the energy is that we can almost slip into some kind of perfectionism. Yeah, that is a word, right? We could hold ourselves or maybe others to very high or impossible standards, or we'll feel like nothing is ever good enough. Okay, so that discerning eye can quickly go to a critical eye. So be careful of that. Now, this is a beautiful shift in our energy. Absolutely. It's going to help us transform, save money, fall in love. That's going to be long lasting. Join partnerships. That's going to be long lasting. Invest our money in ways that will be practical and help us long term. But today we also receive a little bit of support, okay? Because there's two powerful trines bringing in breakthroughs, clarity, deeper truths. Helping us navigate transitions with ease. Okay, these trines are here to remind us that fresh perspectives, open dialogue can turn into real opportunities. Doors can open. Okay, so yeah, let's just talk about the trines. We've talked enough, I think, about Virgo. Okay, but yeah. So we have Mercury in both of them, trining Uranus, okay, which would be a breakthrough. This energy is like sudden clarity, fresh perspectives, a surprising insight, an aha moment, an epiphany. And it can feel like a light switch being turned on in the dark room. Okay, it gives you the answer you've been circling around, maybe, or the answer to the question you may have been circling around. I guess it'd be a better way to say that. Say all of the words. Um, Conversations could surprise us in many ways. It could give us that aha moment. It could bring a new idea to the surface. It might open up an unconventional solution. Okay, Uranus is the only thing that you can expect with Uranus in play is the unexpected. It comes in out of nowhere, and it's there to radically shift us, to change us, to move into positive avenues for ourselves. So this trine is asking us to be flexible, to invite in new voices, faces, see the value in ideas, which means we have to listen, right? Um, if we've been stuck in overthinking or replaying the same conversation in our mind, this energy will snap us right out of those kinds of loops. So stay curious, ask questions instead of defending something. I think that is very important. Sometimes we feel like we know what we're talking about and we dismiss the other person quite casually. But, even if something comes out of left field at you, okay, don't shut it down. Write it down. Sit with it. Okay, because these flashes might be the first glimpses of a better path forward for you. And then we have Mercury trining Pluto as well. Isn't that funny that they're in different areas? They're both trines. So Mercury's sitting right in between these guys in some way. So where Uranus, goes surprise, jumps out behind a corner and goes surprise, Pluto takes us deep. Okay? This isn't the conversation that stays on the surface by no means. We may find ourselves talking about old fears, old stories, long held truths. Maybe we'll be talking about the dynamics of a relationship we're in, a situation. And our words will carry weight today. Absolutely. And when the truth rises, yeah, it could be heavy. It could be uncomfortable. But it carries the power to change us, and it is a trine, so it is a harmonious energy trying to move us forward, although it will still maybe feel a little uncomfortable, a little heavy, because these are things that we have pushed down. Okay, if we've been holding back out of some kind of fear, anxiety, limitation, this trine will give us the courage to finally name what it is. What does limit me? What does prevent me from going forward? What is so burdensome in my life? Okay. So Venus in Virgo will set the tone. Love becomes practical, money becomes intentional, beauty becomes simple and refined. We're called to care through our actions, to choose wisely, to appreciate what's real, what's lasting. And we probably won't be too interested in the shiny and temporary, to be honest with you. The trine with Uranus, it breaks open our perception. It helps us shake off those old ways of thinking, those old stories, and it makes space for the fresh solutions to come in and the fresh steps forward. And then the trine with Pluto, Mercury trine Pluto, will take us even deeper, and it'll give us the courage to face the truths that maybe we have avoided in the past. We've pushed it back down. So together, this isn't just an energy shift. This is an invitation to align with who we are becoming. So ask yourself, where do I need to simplify? Where do I need to see a little differently? Where am I being asked to speak my truth? The best way forward is to allow clarity to surprise you, to be open to Uranus's energy. Allow honesty to transform you. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. We'll find that love grows stronger through care, money becomes more meaningful through discernment, and connections will deepen when truth and grace walk hand in hand. Okay, go to the cards. What do we have under? Oh, look at that. Knight of Swords was underneath. Okay, if I see that kind of as a one energy because we jump on the stallion's back, we raise our sword, we yell charge. We are going towards our horizon, which we see widening every day for ourselves, filling up with more successes and more victories and accomplishments. Let's see if it comes out again. Cut the cards here. Let go. That one wanted to stay behind. And we'll get our underlying energy for the day, which is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about being truthful to yourself. Okay? To keep yourself safe, to guard yourself from people who will criticize, who will pull you down, who will tear you down, who will put extra responsibility on you without any kind of two-way street being involved. Okay, it's a time to stand up for yourself and talk your truth. And if they accept you, trust me, you'll walk hand in hand down the beach together, celebrating each other and your mission in life and what you desire and what you want and what you're doing. Okay, but it's very important for us to almost build a shield of strength around ourselves. I think I talked last week, was it, about that circle, that the circle of light and the circle of mirrors. So I won't go back into that again. Yeah, this is about allowing your light to shine and not letting anybody dampen it in any way. We have the Seven of Swords, which is another card of warning, actually. This is one that we're not going to really share our desires, our wants, and things like that with everybody. Okay, our close circle, absolutely. But we don't want to share it with everybody because a lot of people are out there to, people don't want you to really succeed. They don't really want to hear your joy. Did you ever like kind of get a drift of that? You're talking about something spectacular and they're like, "Oh, that's nice." And you're like, "Nice? It was extraordinary. Oh my gosh. I can't even sit down. I'm so excited." But people really kind of do resent that because they don't feel that way. So how dare you? Okay. And so they may use your words to tear you down, to stab you in the back, to gain an upper hand through your words for themselves. Okay, imagine you're in the elevator, it's Monday morning, and you say to your buddy in the elevator, "I thought of this way that we could like totally revamp our productivity and just fly it through the roof." And you go on to talk about it, and your buddy's sitting there just nodding. "Oh, that's great, that's great, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to hit the washroom, then I'm going to come in, I'm going to walk right into the boss's office and present it. You think I should? Oh, yeah, sounds great." You go to the washroom, they walk into work, you come out of the washroom, you go to walk in, and there's your buddy shaking hands with the boss because he just sold your idea, and he's going to get the credit for it, or she's going to get the credit for it. They will get the credit for it. And you'll be standing there going, "Ah." So be careful about that. Also, this is a card to make sure that what we are taking forward with us needs to come forward with us. Not necessarily what we want to come forward with us, but what we need, what we truly need to go forward on our path. Okay, and leave the rest behind. We have the Knight of Swords back in the middle here, telling us to jump on that stallion, raise our sword, and yell charge. We are ready to go forward. We are entering a solar eclipse here. Everything changes. That is one I heard a mighty portal for us going forward. So the eclipse will be I take very amazing for us. Even if we can't see it, the vibration, the energy of it will be there. Okay, I remember I went out during the lunar eclipse, and of course I couldn't see the lunar eclipse from my side of the world, unfortunately, but the moon was so intensely bright that night, it almost seemed like daylight outside. So I will be looking up into the sky during the eclipse, even though I won't be able to see this one either. I think in the northern hemisphere, I think we get to, or at least the North Americas, we only see. I think it's like 2044 before we get a total lunar, our solar eclipse or lunar eclipse again. So we have a bit of a wait, but I will still, go out there and celebrate the energy because you can feel it, even if you can't see it. You can feel it. Anyways, I don't know why I'm jumping ahead on that. I guess it's the energy that we're walking towards and the energy that I felt from that moon under that lunar eclipse. So even though you can't see it, still take the time to celebrate it. Okay, and if you can step outside and get underneath that beautiful where the moon should be setting, okay, or where it is setting, during the eclipse. And we have the lovers. We went from the Two of Cups yesterday to the lovers today. And now it's in a different spot, right? I think the Two of Cups was in the middle. Now we have the lovers at the end. Now, this could be embracing our higher self, loving ourselves more, falling in love with ourselves. It could be falling in love deeper with another, adding maybe an elevated step into a relationship or a partnership, a friendship, an association. This could also be getting very excited and embracing your thoughts on maybe a new business or a new career move or a new relationship that you want to step into, a new learning experience, an opportunity, an adventure that you want to step into. We will go to the ancient stones. Yeah, the eclipse is this weekend, Sunday, I believe. And we have, gosh, the Cailleach. Did I say that right? For those of you who will know, elder, teacher, wise one, experience. So, for those of you who know, looks like Cailleach to me, but you know, there are words out there that I just go, it sounds like that, really? So, who I am. Um, oh, I think I went way too far. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, here we go. Okay, here they're going to explain it to us actually. So, the word Cailleach comes from the old Gaelic word Cailleach, Cailleach, I would believe that. It translates as veiled one. In modern Irish or Scottish Gaelic, it means old woman or hag. The Cailleach is the Celtic goddess revered for her revered. Oh my gosh! Now I can't say revered. Revered for her power and wisdom, who is worshipped in Scotland, Ireland, and the Isle of Man in pre-Christian times. It was believed that the mountains and the hills of Scotland were shaped by the Cailleach herself in giantess form as she strode across the land, dropping huge rocks from her apron. She was also responsible for the creation and care of many of Scotland's rivers and lochs, carefully managing and capping the wells nightly to prevent flooding. In different stories, the Cailleach is a weather goddess, an ancestor goddess, a seasonal goddess, or a creator goddess. The Cailleach appears as a wise elder in your life. She invites you to be open to deep learning and seeing life through a beginner's mind. You may find that you have a new teacher enter your life in the form of an elder, or in life inviting you to slow down. I'm not making this up. Inviting you to slow down and receive wisdom and lessons experimentally. You may also be called to spend time with elders or to slow down the pace of your life and truly listen. This card comes with a strong and firm message to honor the elders in your life, to live through experience. If you are an elder yourself, it can also be an invitation to step more fully into your wisdom and elderhood. The soul inquiry is, how can you honor the wisdom of an elder around you? And oh boy, I tell you, I work on the property here, and I don't think a day goes by where I wish, I would have paid more attention to Dad when he was trying to teach me this, or why didn't I ever ask Dad how this got done? You know? Sometimes he talks to me, and sometimes he probably is saying, well, you should have, Now you can do it the hard way. Okay, let's go to our beautiful higher intuition oracle, which is our lovely animals. And we have, look at this, the Phoenix rising. Take flight. Yeah, we are really, really at the threshold of something amazing and beautiful. And then right after the eclipse, I think the sun moves signs on Monday. The sign will move from Virgo into Libra, right? So I'm pretty sure. It might be the day after. I don't know. I would have to look. Okay. Keywords: newness, rebirth, change, and vividness. Look at this. I can hold the card the right way to the camera. All of you were too nice to tell me that I goofed. So thanks. But when once you have tasted flight, you will always walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always be. Phoenix is helping you shed your old ways in order to prepare for your new life. I kid you not, people. One that you have been waiting for. You are on the verge of wonderful. This is a time of rebirth in order to ready yourself for the next flight. You could be frightened, as you may have to let go of things or people from your old life, but the end result will be well worth it. You may be on the verge of a spiritual awareness. Your dreams, both in sleep and in waking, may be more vivid than normal. You may actually be visited by those who have crossed over, as they have messages to share with you on this next step within your life. When you feel a sense of hopelessness, know that you are not lost, but just in a hanging pattern. Gotta be something. Be open. Be open and receptive. That new horizon stand ready and waiting. Go deep within and seek spiritual guidance through meditation, counseling, or just talking with friends, as this will help you see your world in a new light. You have a unique path. Each and every one of us does. Trust and release your fears. Align yourself with knowing that all is well. Start a dream journal. Keep it on your nightstand and write down both your conscious and subconscious dreams. If you have a problem remembering your dreams, by saying consciously each night before you close your eyes, tonight I will remember my dreams when I awake. Tonight any dreams I have, I will remember in the morning. And when you start saying that on a repetitious thing each night, trust me, all of a sudden the dreams start sticking. Okay, and they might only stick for like 30 seconds. You have that, you wake up, you open your eyes, and you're like, wow, that was so fantastic. And then by the time you're sitting up, you can't remember a single thing about that dream, maybe one little hazy part, but that was it. But the real thing is about preparing ourselves to take flight, preparing ourselves for the new path that is awaiting us. And it's only days away. The threshold, we are nearing that threshold, that sacred portal towards our tomorrow. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.